Hello there. Welcome to this week's episode of What's Caking Baby. I am your host, Patty DeFondi, and I'm here to help you learn about different things to do with cakes. Now, on this week's episode, we are going to talk about refrigerating cakes. Now, there is a huge debate on the internet and in different cake worlds. Everyone has their own opinion on whether a cake can be refrigerated or not. It is my opinion that it is okay to refrigerate a cake, and I'm going to show you today how to do it properly. If you do it properly, it's not going to be an issue. And then when I'm finished showing you how to properly refrigerate a cake, I'm going to talk to you about ways that we can reduce moisture inside the refrigerator. Because a lot of times that is also an issue. If you have a lot of moisture inside your refrigerator, it's going to cause more problems. So we want to try to resolve the problems all the way around. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to show you how to box a cake up, how to cover it in saran wrap, and how I box a cake when I have a topper on top. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so I have before me a cake that is ready to be boxed up. This could be a cake that is ready for decoration, or if it's ready to go to the customer. Now, I just put this cake topper on here, these flowers on here, just for demonstration purposes. This is not how I would put a flower on here, an arrangement. But just to show you how, when you have something that is taller than the cake, how you can box it up. So let's get started on that. And I have a box all ready to go. And what I like to do with my boxes, I like to have it ready on one side and then just have one side where I can slide the cake in and out. Because if you were going to be putting decorations on the cake, if it's not ready to go to the customer, you want to put it in here, box it up, and seal it up properly, put it in the refrigerator, and then when you're ready to decorate it, you will unseal it and unbox it and then get the decorations on. So I always try to do a slide in kind of deal. All right, so we're going to slide this in, and there we go. Now, I'm going to put this end in here. I'm going to box this baby up. You want to try to avoid touching the edges. Now, this cake, I do not have a cake drum. This is actually a cake dummy that I was working on. So normally I have a cake drum that is a couple inches wider than the cake board. So what I will do is I will go up to the next size up in cake boxes. And you want to get the size that is the size of the cake board. So then this way it'll securely go in there and it won't move around. All right, so we are secure in here. Now we have a topper that is taller than the cake, and it's going to interfere with closing this cake, or closing the box. Okay, so I have some packing tape here, and what I'm going to do, just so I have some ready, I'm going to cut some pieces. Okay, so what I do is I bring the lid down to right about where the topper is, and then I will tape this side. You don't have to use a lot of tape because you're going to be unboxing this on one side. And then you will bring the other side, and you want to make sure wherever your topper meets, you want to make sure it just meets where the box top is. You don't want it to come down, and you don't want it to crush the topper. So then we're going to hold on to that side, and we're going to tape that side. So, well, that's a little crooked there, so let's bring it up a little bit. And I like to do it evenly, nice and even. All right, so we have that. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, well, how's that going to protect the cake in the refrigerator? So So that is where your plastic wrap comes in. So I get a piece of plastic wrap. And we're going to put the plastic wrap over the cake. You want to bring it down. And then you want to put one around. And then you just want to make sure that every area is covered, because air can seep through the box, obviously. Now, I go through a lot of plastic wrap. So I go to Costco and I'll buy this huge roll, and it's 3,000 square feet, and I go through them. And it's very cheap there, so it's not like you're wasting anything. When you're a cake decorator, you will use a lot of plastic wrap. And it's very important to keep your cakes fresh. So, then we're going to go around here. And you want to make sure the cake is completely covered. And even on the top, because this window, air can seep in through the window. There. And then if need be, you can put some tape, if it's not staying, if parts of it's not staying, you can tape around it. And then this can go in the refrigerator, boxed up like this. Even if you are not finished with the decorating, you can put it in the refrigerator, look just like this, boxed up, and you can pull it out and take some of this plastic wrap off. You can also save the plastic wrap. If you take it off nice and gentle, you can save it and stretch it out and then reuse it for the cake. However, you want to make sure that it's boxed up. And if you don't feel comfortable with just these flimsy boxes, you can get corrugated boxes at a warehouse store. I buy corrugated boxes at Uline, which is a very big manufacturer of corrugated boxes. And they are a little bit heavier and thicker, so you can also use those. And then this will go in the refrigerator just like this. And when you're ready to pull it out, either for decorating or for delivering, then you just pull it out and just pull it out when you take the cake out of the box. If you need to take the cake out of the box, if you're going to be continually decorating it, you want to take it out on the side. You'll take the tape off, bring the lid back up, and then you open up the side and you bring it out on the side. All right, so there you have a nicely wrapped cake, which will go in the refrigerator, and it's pretty much airtight. There's no air that's going to get into it, and it will stay fresher that way, and it will keep the moisture out. That's a very big thing. You want to keep the moisture out of your cake that's in the refrigerator, because that is the problem a lot of people have. They bring their cakes out of the refrigerator, whether it's buttercream or fondant covered, and it starts sweating, and then you might have issues, especially if you're airbrushing a cake. Airbrushing will run if the cake sweats. So this avoids a lot of that moisture that's in your refrigerator to get into the cake. Now let's talk a minute about keeping the humidity low in the refrigerator. That's very important when you are using your refrigerator to store cakes in. You want to use desiccant packets or any other moisture reducing product. There's many of them on the market. Amazon sells all kinds of different ways of moisture. They have little boxes that you can put in your refrigerator that will help reduce the moisture, anything that dehumidifies. You can also keep a box of baking soda in your refrigerator, which we normally do anyway. And the baking soda will not only help keep the odors down, and it will absorb the odors, It will also help keep the refrigerator from getting humid. It absorbs that humidity also. And you want to make sure that you replace your baking soda box every month, because a lot of people forget that, and they put a box of baking soda in the refrigerator and it's there for 6 months. Well, after about a month, if you have a lot of moisture and odors in your refrigerator, it's not going to be effective anymore. So you really need to make sure that you replace your box of baking soda every month. And then you want to not to crowd the plastic containers that are in your refrigerator. If you're putting food in the refrigerator and you're putting them in containers and you're stuffing your refrigerator as much as you can in there, no air circulates around the food. So it builds up moisture that way. If air needs to circulate around those containers of food, if not, then you're going to have a buildup of moisture. And then you want to keep your refrigerator temperature between 34 to 40 degrees. And if you're putting a lot of cakes in there, I would keep it closer to 40 degrees because you don't want too huge of a temperature difference in between your room and your refrigerator. I mean, I know your room is not going to be 40 degrees, but you don't want it closer to freezer temperature. You want it closer to the 40 temperature because the less temperature change you have, the better chance that you're not going to have a buildup of moisture. And then the outside humidity also affects the humidity level in your refrigerator. If it's very hot and humid outside, you want to make sure that your refrigerator is not near an open window or a door where the humidity comes into the house and you're opening your refrigerator and you're letting that humidity in the refrigerator. So when you're in a hot and humid climate, try to keep your refrigerator door shut as much as possible. Don't open it very often. Try to get everything out that you need to do in like a couple of different trips. And then don't leave the refrigerator door open. Some people will open the refrigerator door and they go over they take something out, they go over to the counter, they get out what they want, and then they put it back and then they shut the refrigerator door. Don't do that. Open your refrigerator, take out what you need, and close it back up again. You want to keep that moisture out of the refrigerator. So these are great tips to help you kind of keep the humidity down in your refrigerator and to make sure that your cakes don't sweat. And you want to keep the cake covered in the refrigerator, not only in a box, but wrapped in plastic wrap to protect that cake, to keep protect it from odors and to protect it from moisture. Now, on to another topic. I'm sure a lot of you know, tomorrow starts the first of my master classes on 5 best kept secrets to keeping your cakes ready getting your cakes ready for fondant. I am super stoked about this masterclass, and I'm just ready. I'm ready to teach it for you. So I have one masterclass going on Tuesday at 2 p.m., which is tomorrow, and at Eastern Standard Time. And then I have another masterclass Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I chose two different pretty much different time differences because I want to be able to help you choose something that works better with your schedule. So I'm so excited, and I'm really, really, really hoping to see you in my masterclass. It's going to be fun. You're going to be learning a lot, and it's just going to be a great time. So don't forget I will put the link into the comment section here to make sure that you can go directly over to my registration page and sign up for it. So make sure you do that. And then I have something else that's exciting for you. This is a week that I'm bringing exciting news to my cake friends. Tuesday, tomorrow, I open the doors for Fondant 101, the ultimate blueprint for getting your cakes from meh to marvelous. This is the door opening that I have been talking about for months. So the class is ready for you, and I'm going to be opening those doors tomorrow. So I am so stoked. I'm so excited. This is going to be a great, fabulous week. You guys are going to be getting so much training from me this week that I mean, your head's going to spin. There's going to be so much training. It's great. So make sure you get into my masterclass, and then I will be announcing the doors open tomorrow morning. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching my video show this week. And I hope you got something out of the fact that you can refrigerate your cakes if they're done properly. All right, guys, have a great week, and I'll be talking to you soon.